White initiates with a flank opening, maintaining dynamic balance. A slight inaccuracy led to a minor drop in advantage. Black develops a knight, a solid move. However, this resulted in a slight inaccuracy, giving white a small edge. White fianchettos a bishop, a positional approach. A slight inaccuracy occurred, but the balance remains dynamic. Black advances a central pawn, strengthening their position. This move was accurate and maintained the dynamic balance. White develops the bishop to the fianchetto square. A slight inaccuracy, but the game stays balanced. Black pushes a central pawn to claim space. A solid move that keeps the game in a dynamic balance. White develops the knight, a standard developing move. This was a solid move maintaining equality. Black captures a pawn in the center. A solid, accurate move that maintains the dynamic balance. White checks with the queen and retrieves the pawn. A solid move that keeps the equality. Black develops the other knight to a natural square. A solid move maintaining the dynamic balance. White recaptures the pawn with the queen. A solid move that maintains the equality. Black advances a pawn to contest the center. A solid, accurate move that preserves the dynamic balance. White castles, securing the king. A solid move that maintains the dynamic balance. Black prepares queenside expansion. A slight inaccuracy that grants white a small advantage. White repositions the queen. A slight inaccuracy, but the slight advantage for white is maintained. Black develops the bishop to an active square. A slight inaccuracy, but white's advantage remains small. White pushes a central pawn, opening lines. A slight inaccuracy, but the balance is still dynamic. Black castles for king safety. A slight inaccuracy, but white's advantage is still present. White develops the bishop to a good diagonal. A slight inaccuracy, but equality is maintained. Black centralizes the queen. A solid move that maintains the dynamic balance. White advances a queenside pawn, gaining space. A solid move maintaining the dynamic balance. Black supports a pawn advance. A solid move that keeps the game balanced. White maneuvers the knight to a central outpost, a solid move, maintaining equality. Black develops the bishop to a key square. A solid move maintaining the dynamic balance. White repositions the knight centrally. A slight inaccuracy, but the balance is now perfectly equal. Black occupies a central outpost with the knight. A solid move maintaining the dynamic balance. White activates a rook on the open file. A solid move that maintains equality. Black pushes a pawn to advance on the flank. A solid move, maintaining the dynamic balance. White retreats the knight, a mistake. Black now has a slight advantage. Black develops the bishop to a good square. A solid move, maintaining the balance. White attacks with the knight. A solid move, maintaining the balance. Black centralizes the queen on the queenside. A solid move, maintaining equality. White pins the knight with the bishop. A slight inaccuracy, giving black a small positional edge. Black moves the knight, a mistake. This blunder allows white a significant initiative. White advances a central pawn, seizing initiative. A solid move that maintains the advantage. Black reroutes the rook to the central file. A solid move maintaining the current balance. White develops the bishop actively. A solid move, maintaining the dynamic balance. Black retreats the knight to a defensive square. A solid move, maintaining equality. White moves the knight backward. A slight inaccuracy, bringing the game back to equality. Black pushes a pawn aggressively. A solid move, though white still holds a slight edge. White repositions the bishop. a solid move, maintaining the dynamic balance. Black centralizes the knight, a solid move that equalizes the position. White retreats the bishop, a mistake. This allows black to regain initiative. Black moves the knight, a tactical mistake. White gains a significant advantage. White centralizes the knight, a slight inaccuracy, but white maintains a positional advantage. Black captures the knight, a slight inaccuracy, as white retains a lead. White recaptures, opening the file. A solid move, maintaining white's advantage. Black develops the bishop to an active square. A solid move, white maintains a slight edge. White develops the bishop, a slight inaccuracy, but white's advantage remains. Black repositions the bishop, a solid move that keeps the game balanced. White activates the rook, a solid move, maintaining the dynamic balance. Black repositions the rook, a mistake, significantly increasing white's advantage. White repositions the rook, increasing pressure. A solid move, maintaining white's advantage. Black captures the pawn, a mistake, giving white a clear pawn advantage. White recaptures with the queen. A solid move, confirming the material advantage. Black centralizes the knight, a solid move, but white's material advantage is significant. White exchanges knights, a solid move, maintaining the clear advantage. Black recaptures with the rook, a solid move, white's advantage persists. White pushes the pawn, creating threats. A solid move, maintaining white's strong advantage. Black captures the pawn, a severe blunder, leading to a strong advantage for white. White advances a central pawn. A slight mistake, but the advantage remains overwhelming. Black recaptures with the rook. A solid move, white's advantage is still strong. White captures the pawn. A solid move, maintaining the strong advantage. Black recaptures with the bishop. A solid move, white's advantage remains overwhelming. White repositions the rook, a severe blunder, significantly reducing white's advantage. Black moves the rook to the open file. A solid move, black consolidates. White moves the queen, a mistake, allowing black to gain significant positional superiority. Black centralizes the queen, a severe blunder, dramatically increasing white's advantage. White exchanges queens. A severe blunder, but white still maintains a clear advantage. Black recaptures with the rook. A solid move, black simplifies the position. White develops the bishop, a slight inaccuracy, but the advantage remains for white. Black captures the bishop, a solid move, keeping the tension. White recaptures with the rook, a solid move, maintaining the advantage. Black repositions the rook, a solid move, maintaining the game's balance. White advances a pawn to support pieces. A solid move, maintaining the advantage. Black repositions the king, a solid move, consolidating. White repositions the king, a solid move, maintaining the advantage. Black repositions the king, a solid move, maintaining the pressure. White moves the king forward. A severe blunder, losing significant advantage. Black repositions the rook, a severe blunder, allowing white to regain dominance. White advances the rook, a solid move, white regains a clear advantage. Black pushes a pawn, a severe blunder, leading to an overwhelming advantage for white. White moves the rook to the king's side. A solid move, solidifying the strong advantage. Black exchanges rooks. A solid move, simplifying towards a winning endgame. White recaptures with the king. A solid move, maintaining the strong advantage. Black advances the king. A solid move, centralizing the monarch. White advances the bishop. A solid move, tightening the grip. Black advances the king. A solid move, keeping the monarch active. White advances the king. A solid move, positioning for the endgame. Black pushes a pawn. A mistake, allowing white a decisive advantage. White captures the pawn. A solid move, maintaining the decisive advantage. Black recaptures with the king. A mistake, worsening white's decisive advantage. White advances the king aggressively. An excellent move, increasing white's dominance. Black advances a pawn. A slight inaccuracy, but the advantage remains overwhelming. White captures the pawn. A solid move, maintaining the decisive advantage. Black pushes a pawn. A solid move, but white's advantage is insurmountable. White captures the pawn. A solid move, continuing the advantage. Black advances a pawn. A solid move, but white's advantage is overwhelming. White advances the king. An excellent move, securing the king and maintaining dominance. Black pushes a pawn. A mistake, leading to an overwhelming winning advantage for white. White repositions the bishop. A solid move, maintaining the overwhelming advantage. Black pushes a pawn. A severe blunder, massively increasing white's winning advantage. White captures the pawn. A solid move, maintaining the overwhelming advantage. Black recaptures with the pawn. A solid move, continuing the game. White advances a pawn. A solid move, maintaining the overwhelming advantage. Black pushes a pawn. A mistake, allowing white's advantage to grow further. White advances a pawn. An excellent move, creating a passed pawn and solidifying victory. Black advances a pawn. A severe blunder, leading to a nearly insurmountable winning advantage. White advances a pawn. A solid move, pushing the passed pawn. Black advances a pawn. A solid move, but the game is lost. White exchanges the bishop for the pawn. A solid move, maintaining the overwhelming advantage. Black advances a pawn. A solid move, black prepares to promote. White promotes to a queen. A solid move, securing the win. Black promotes to a queen. A solid move, but white's advantage is decisive. White checks with the queen. A solid move, white forces promotion and wins.